What's up, YouTube? Slacker here with another video discussion. My last one did decent on views and I got some good feedback, so I figured I'd do another one. Today's topic is on troll and sack decks. We're talking your chain burn, we're talking Final Countdown when that was a thing, Exodia, and then stupider things like Hedge Hog OTK. Like, is that even possible to do in an actual legit metagame? Burning with lava golems, decks like that, things that run massive draw power, decks that are built purely around the OTK FTK, decks that are like, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! And if you don't like it, deal with it. So on the screen I'm playing Chain Burn. Just throwing this idea around against the AI, seeing how it does. Definitely is not a serious deck, and this definitely is not a very good build. But, you know, whatever. So there's two sides to the troll deck coin, I feel like. There is the they are degenerate and stupid and shouldn't be around. And then there's there's my take on troll decks, which is they improve the game, they increase player creativity. It's right, can't do that because lava golem. The misplace for days. Basically, my take on troll decks, though, is that they honestly increase player creativity, and they encourage players thinking and coming up with new things, and even if it's trolly and sacky, it's still something new. It's something innovative, it's something that wasn't in the game before. And that's why I personally enjoy seeing troll and sack decks. And oh my god, that was such a bad misplay. I one-day apieced, and I tried to go off. And of course I can't do any damage because I one-day apieced. Herpter, so good. And they teach things like this. Perfect prime example. They show you when you screw up your plays, what happens. They actually do take thinking. They're not all degenerate. And sometimes they're just fun decks. And people always enjoy those fun trolly decks. You know who you are out there. The guys who smile with huge grins when they beat somebody senseless with Dragon Draw Exodia or Burn with Lava Golem for game. They're also probably the same sadistic people who enjoy Cowboy for game as a means of victory. But by encouraging playing creativity this way, it keeps the game fresh, at least when something new comes out. Eventually it gets old and stale, and then you've seen it before, and it's just lame. But when a troll deck first starts making the rounds, it's fresh, it's new, people enjoy it, it increases, improves, shows the real potential of solitaire decks. You know, the decks that sit there and play against themselves. Becomes popular for a little while, then the hype starts to die down, and just becomes another sacky trolly deck. And then it falls in line with Reversal Quiz and Dragon Draw Exodia, Heart of the Underdog Exodia, Final Countdown. Final Countdown's still a thing, guys. Don't doubt it. There's still going to be a Final Countdown deck or two out there. But I do see why people seriously dislike having to play against sacky trolly decks. Chain Burn, prime example of a deck people do not like to have to run into. It's degenerate. It is the optimum of a degenerate deck. It's burning to death. Who really wants to get burned for game? all day, every day. Sorry about that yawn. Ooh, what's wrong with me? I mean, who enjoys it? Who really gets a kick out of losing to something like that? Of course, you be friendly and shake your opponent's hand and all that jazz anyway, but still, it hurts. It takes that little piece of you inside of you and just rips it away knowing that you lost to something like that. And honestly, that's one of the beauties of troll decks. They rip that little piece of sanity right out of you, and then all of a sudden you're preparing your side deck all around this one troll deck that you're never going to see again. Or it's Exodia and you just can't do anything either way. But you know, Exodia. What you gonna do? Not activate the effect? Who would activate the effect of Exodia? Actually, it's a rule that you can't not activate the effect. Which just seems mind-boggling to me, but that's just me. Anyway, back on topic. Personally, I love troll decks. I would love to see more. The sackier, the dumber, the better, in my opinion. That being said, in competitive tournament play, they're probably never going to be the best. But for funsies, for fun play, do it, all of them. Bring it on. Your drag and draw Exodia, Exodia, Exodia mirror match. That's pretty intense stuff, guys. You know it. Then there's Reversal Quiz OTK. See that in a mirror match, that gets intense. Basically first one to combo. And the great thing about these decks is they almost all have a killer matchup against the meta. They absolutely Shrek the meta, because they don't need to interact with it. So if you dislike the meta, or you just need something that you can use to beat the meta, this is the deck for you. Also, most of them are pretty cheap, which is another reason why I love Sacky Trolley decks. If they're cheap, they're easy to get a hold of. If they're easy to get a hold of, there's no reason not to run one. At least until you build something that's more legit. Like if you're in between sets, you want to build the deck out of not Primal Origins. The new set, Duelist Alliance. Say you want to build Stellar Knights and you're just saving up for it. You could probably pick up everything for like this version of Chainburn. They're all commons. Do it. That way you have something to play that's still slightly competitive, even if it's not meta, quote unquote. Of course, there are always going to be those people who get salty when they lose to something like it, like this, or Exodia, or what have you, but those are probably the same people who get salty when they see Ancient Leaf and Tag Duels. You know, Dev Pro style, 1600, 1600, or 16,000, 16,000. When really you shouldn't be surprised because it's just abusing the settings of the format and the pre-agreed upon rules. And there's really nothing you can do. Just remember, it's all about having fun, guys. If a Sacky OTK troll deck is your way of having fun, do it. Do it all. Build one of every Sacky OTK troll deck you can think of. Drag and draw Exodia? Go for it. Heart of the Underdog Exodia? Do it. Reversal Quiz? Go for it. Chainburn? All of it. Chain it all. Don't let the people who are real downers about losing to a certain deck get you down. And whatever you do, never listen to somebody when they tell you a deck is dead. For example, Final Countdown to be considered dead, but there's still a lot of searching power for it. It doesn't matter. You can't ignore... Oh, another yawn. An instant win condition. They're just too strong in the game. Too killer. Too much. Ooh, that's another one I was thinking of. Jackpot 7. Love that deck. Largely because normally it's such an unconventional deck. But that's part of its great charm. Unconventional decks are often the best. I mean, what meta player is going to expect you to win, or is expecting that creature swapping a Dark Scorpion Burglars onto their side of the field is part of your OTK? Who? Who would expect that? You? 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 No one. Which is part of why the deck is epic. At least this is personal opinion, so whether or not this actually matters in the meta, I've only ever played on the local level. I'd like to change that, but as it sits right now, that's the way it is. So I'm not an expert, don't know what I'm talking about half the time, but this is just what I feel about these kind of things. You want to sack? You want to troll? Sack and troll it up, people. Oh, that makes me salty. Do it. Do it all. And when I say sack and troll decks, I'm not talking about Light Swarms or Dark Worlds, where the deck actually has legitimate plays, but are considered sacky. I'm referring to your instant win conditions, your random FTK, OTKs, things like that. Ooh, thank you, AI. This is one of the biggest problems with this AI. If M7 doesn't have any targets in their graveyard that it wants to add to your hand, it'll put your targets in your hand. And when you're playing a deck like this, pretty nice having them put your Swift Scarecrows back. That's a dilemma. Only did this because plus, guys. Go plus. All them pluses. What them pluses at? Where them pluses at? It's like Mondo plus for me. Seriously, put my Swift Scarecrow back twice now? Once again, where them pluses at? Okay, this is just got unfair. Just got really unfair. No. No. Oh, Thunder Charger can do piercing. Still flip scapegoats. So what if he kills two of my goats? I got another scapegoats in hand. We're good. Lame. See, the people who complain about Sakyote Chaotrolix are the same people who play Gaia Dragon Thunder Charger. It's not fair. You have an instant win condition. You don't have to interact. But I'm gonna run a 2600 Piercer that I don't have to do anything with other than overlay it on top of another card I already made. Wait, what am I talking about? I played Gaia. Hypocrite much? Maybe a little. Just a little. Just a little, people. A little bit of a hypocrite. So maybe I am. So maybe I ain't. Who cares? It's Yu-Gi-Oh, people. We're all hypocrites when it comes down to it. Yes, we will Scarecrow that. No. No. Gonna destroy his pluses by giving him that. Then we're gonna set this and set that and pass turn. It's gonna sound bad, guys, but I probably lost. Which is kind of funny, because I was talking about how good these decks are and why they're solid against the meta, and I'm not even playing anywhere near a meta deck. Oh well. I don't like it, but I guess things happen that way. Draw 2, 2000 burn, 1500 burn, 4 tokens, and then another draw 1. And then another. Ooh! Might still have this, guys. Might still be in this. Next turn, guys. Next turn. I got this. Activate that duality since I'm still under Breckless. Yep. GG. GG, brah. Okay, guys. Electrum OTK decks. No, we have to wait till Lava Golem activates. No, this is just to have the salt. Even though I'm playing the AII. Which I do when I playtest Electrum OTK decks, just because I really don't like those people that are like, your deck's unfair, quit. It's like, come on, guys, where's the fun in that? At least play it out to the end. Okay, guys, that's been my time. Thanks for watching. And if you caught anything out of this, remember. What was I gonna have you remember? Never mind, not important. Later.